The house had stood for more than a century, its timber bones creaking whenever the wind passed through the crooked shutters. By day, it was nothing more than an abandoned relic at the end of a quiet street. By night, however, it became something else entirely. It started with whispers. At first, faint, almost like the sound of leaves brushing together. But soon, the whispers grew sharper, forming syllables, words, and sometimes names. Always the name of the one who entered. Evelyn, a curious young historian, was drawn to the old house by rumors of its strange reputation. She had heard the stories that those who stayed too long inside would hear voices not their own, and sometimes they never came back out. Carrying only a lantern and her notebook, she pushed open the heavy front door. It moaned like a creature waking from slumber. The air was thick with dust, the kind that clings to your lungs. The wooden floor groaned beneath her steps. "Hello?" she called softly, but the word was swallowed instantly by the silence. She stood still, listening. That was when she heard it, a faint voice behind the walls. "Evelyn." Her heart skipped. No one had been told she was coming. The voice was distant, muffled, as if it came from behind the very planks of the house. She pressed her palm against the wallpapered wall, and to her horror, the surface trembled beneath her touch. The whispering grew louder. Not just one voice now, several, layered over each other. Some were pleading, some angry, some crying. They spoke in fragments. "Let me out! It hurts! She sees us!" Evelyn stumbled back, clutching her lantern. From the corner of her eye, she noticed movement, a shifting shadow behind a wall that should have been solid. Then came the knocking, a steady, desperate thud from inside, like fists pounding to be free. The wallpaper split slightly, revealing a crack. From it, a cold draft seeped out, carrying with it the unmistakable smell of damp earth and decay. Evelyn's instincts told her to run, but her curiosity chained her to the spot. She leaned closer, and for a moment, she saw something staring back at her. Two faintly glowing eyes peering from the darkness of the wall. They blinked and then vanished. The whisper swelled into a deafening chorus. Evelyn clutched her ears, but the voices weren't only in the room anymore. They were inside her head. She dropped her lantern, the flames sputtering across the floorboards, sending shadows racing up the walls. The last thing she remembered before the world went black was the wall cracking open wider, as though the house itself were breathing, ready to swallow her whole. The next morning, passers-by noticed the old house looked unchanged, silent, still, almost peaceful. Yet if you dared to step inside and listen closely, you might hear a new voice among the whispers, a woman's voice calling softly from within the walls, "Help me!" And so, the house waits for the next curious soul, ready to whisper their name.